Hey guys, it's Chicky Reborn here, and this is a topic that I really think that should be discussed more, but not many people have, from what I've seen. And it's about the current state of YouTube and how badly these issues are and how they affect not only the site, but the content creators of the site. In case you don't know, there's a YouTuber that goes by the name Tipster, and his whole channel has been demonetized.
Why do I say that? Because earlier today, or moments ago actually, I got this bad news here that my channel has been demonetized. Absolutely unbelievable. Your channel is no longer eligible for monetization. Upon recent review, we found that a significant portion of your channel is not in line with YouTube's monetization policies. Please review our feedback below and make changes. And they're saying that I have been demonetized for engaging in harassment, apparently.
Meaning, he can't earn money from the videos that he does. And while you're probably thinking to yourself, oh, that's everyone gets demonetized, so what's the big deal? While in a general sense, yes, people do get demonetized. The problem is that one, he didn't do anything to deserve it, and two, this is an ongoing fucking thing that's been happening more and more lately. Tipster's a dude who just covers the news. He's a news channel in some way. And he's a commentary channel. Gives his thoughts and his opinions on certain topics that he discusses and all that. Meaning he was demonetized for just reporting the news. And they claim that Tipster lost his partnership with YouTube due to harassment. Somehow, it's harassment for reporting the news. And and I'm sitting here thinking to myself, what? You can't be serious. And yet somehow it is. And this is an ongoing thing. Another YouTuber got demonetized. His name was Augie. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. He got demonetized as well, completely. And he does the exact same thing that Tipster does. Meaning, for just commentating, talking about the news, is somehow harassment and is earned demonetization of your whole fucking channel. And they take you off the YouTube partnership program. What? And it's not just a demonetization, it's everything. Everything that's on this fucking site that's an issue. Copyright abuse, false strikes, people that YouTube pushes, everything. Everything. Sad part about it is that they will never fix these issues. They never will. Their rules are so vague. It's hard to even know what's acceptable anymore on this site. You can't make commentary videos against anybody. Can't do anything without something that YouTube does to ruin that. They just killed the commentary community. And it's just baffling. It's baffling to see how this is still an issue on the site. It's getting to the point that some people are even tempted to leave this site. YouTube is so fucking backwards. They drive their own fucking creators away. And it shows time and time again that they don't care. YouTube does not care about their creators, does not care about what you have to say, what you think, or what you fucking believe. Because they know They know they can fucking do anything they want. Why? Because they're a billion-dollar company. One of the biggest sites that is owned by Google. So in their eyes, why should they care about what you have to say or think? Why should they care about anything? Because they know their site is fucking backwards, but they're not going to do anything to fix it. Almost everything that YouTube stood for since 2005 would be tarnished. It already is by this point, but it will be completely fucking tarnished the more and more that this keeps up. And it should never be like that. It never really should. And what's sad about it is that this will always continue. Every issue that YouTube has on this site will always be a fucking issue. And it affects everyone. It affects me, it affects you, it affects every fucking person who makes content on this site. And it's really sad because content creators deserve better. They deserve more. They deserve fucking better than what they are now. Because I can't tell you how many times I've seen content creators who have talent, who have the potential to be something on this site, but yet they can't because of shit like this. And I'll always say that. I'll always say that there's people out there in this site who have the potential to be something on this platform. They got the skills, they got the talent, they got the dedication, and all that to be something on this site, and yet they don't. Why? Because of every issue that YouTube has. And you would think that this would be a site where talent shines and rise to success, and is when the people who don't have talent goes to shit. But somehow that's reversed. So many people who have talent should already be something on this site, and yet they get nowhere. They get nowhere. Multiple fucking channels I've seen, or any people who have the potential to be something on this site, they get nowhere when they really should, because they barely get noticed much. People who have talent barely get noticed at all these days. Why? Because YouTube does not push those people. They don't push the people who really need it to success. They don't. They fucking don't. They push people who don't deserve it. People who have no fucking talent, no fucking skills, and overall who does not deserve what the attention, does not deserve the fucking traction, does not deserve any of it. And the sad thing is that YouTube would think that's quality. YouTube would think that stuff that Logan Paul and Jake Paul does is fucking quality. They would believe that what Rice Scum does is quality. They would think that James Charles is quality. They think J Station is quality. They will believe this. And I don't get it. For the longest fucking time, I honest to God don't get it. For the 3 years I've been on this site, I don't understand how people like these get rise to fame, gets rise to success. Yet when people who have who've been putting dedication to their channel for years or months or days and weeks get nowhere in return. They don't get noticed, they don't get pushed when they fucking should, they get no traction, they get no fucking attention, and it is baffling to me. You would think that it would be treated equally. You would think people would fucking be something in this site. You would think people who put so much dedication into things that they're doing and loves what they do would get places, but they don't. It'll always fucking be like that. And it's sad. I always see channels like that who have the potential, and I say to myself, why isn't anybody fucking watching these? Why isn't anybody watching these channels who deserve it? Who deserves the traction? No one watches them. No one notices them. And it boggles my mind to believe that this is still a thing when it should not. When it really fucking shouldn't. And it's come to the point where these creators deserve more. They deserve better. Content creators deserve better because of constant things that this site does is fucking monotony. YouTube did not give a fucking shit about you when the whole COPPA thing was going around. They didn't care. They let you fucking do it. They letting you do all that. They didn't care. They fucking moved to the side. They just simply stepped to the left when all that was going down in December of last year. And they know that these motherfuckers can get away with it. They know it. And it's not even just that. It's how broken this site is. I can't tell you how many times people abuse the copyright system. They do. Whether they strike people or or companies claim them, it's always abused. The difference between striked and claimed is that when a company claims you, all they do is claim the video and take all the revenue that you should be earning. The video that you did, that you've worked so hard on, you're not getting a fucking thing the minute a company claims you. All the money, all the fucking revenue that you should be getting for your hard work is going to the fucking company. And you get nothing. And then when people strike you, take down the video, you're pretty much screwed when that happens. It has happened to me multiple times since 2018. I had to deal with similar things like that. Even the start of 2019, how did it fucking play out? I got striked. And don't even fucking try to dispute it. Don't ever try. If you get striked, fucking leave it. You wanna know why? Because when you try to dispute it, the person that striked you gets to decide if your video should stay down or they unlift the strike. They're the ones that decide your fucking video's fate. And most of the time they say no. Why? Because they don't believe in fair use. The word fair use is laughed on by today's standards. It is. Every time. To the point where don't even bother fucking disputing the strike because they're just going to say no to begin with. And they know they can get away with it. Companies and people who strike knows they can get away with it. Why? Because the copyright system on YouTube is broken. It is backwards. And those people know that. They know they can get away with it. They know there's no fucking consequences. The law with this whole copyright thing is so outdated that there is no punishment for them. There's no punishment for these businesses. There's no punishment for these people who falsely strike you. They know that. That's why they always do it and get away with it scot-free. While you're here having to deal with that fucking issue. And there's nothing you can do about it. Because you really think people can afford a legal team? No. No one is born fucking rich. And it will always happen. Every issue YouTube has will always be a fucking issue. And YouTube will never fix it. And you can't tell me they don't have the resources to do so. They're $1 billion company. You mean to tell me that they can't find a better way to fix the issues that they have? You mean to tell me there's no other solutions on how to improve this site? You're really gonna tell me that? I don't believe it. I don't fucking believe it. Because there's no transparency. There's no communication with YouTube and its content creators. There really isn't. Everything YouTube does is so fucking vague. It baffles you to know that this is a company that's been doing this since 2005, and even back then, in 2005, none of this shit happened. You didn't need to stress about all this years ago. You didn't. Now, you are in this constant state of agony, this state of fear, and stressed out because you don't know what's going to happen next. You don't know what's going to happen the next day or the week from now or the month from now and vice versa. You don't know because they don't tell you this shit. They don't tell you none of this. When you think a fucking company should, and YouTube knows this. They know this damn well. Why? Because, again, they're $1 billion company, the most popular site, and that is owned by Google. You really think they care at all? And the fact that there is no competition to compete with them gives them more of a fucking reason in their eyes. Why should they fucking care? In their eyes, why should they care about what you have to say, what you have to think, or what anyone else has to fucking think? Why should they care that you have a voice? And it blows my fucking mind that to this very day, this is still a fucking issue. I don't recall any of this back in 2017. I don't recall any of this years ago. But yet the more and more this happens, the more and more the years go on, and the more the months pass, it seems like every fucking time that happens, YouTube becomes more of a business that has been corrupted and does not care about anybody that uses their site. YouTube believes that they made it on their own. The thing I can't understand is that YouTube believes that the reason why they are who they are now is they think that fucking they did it. That they did on their own. When that's not the case. The reason why YouTube is what they are now is because of the people. The people who use their site. The people who made videos on their site. If it wasn't for the people, if it wasn't for the people making videos, YouTube would not be $1 billion company. It would not be as famous as it is now if it wasn't for the people. And that's the thing YouTube has for some reason forgotten. That it's because of the people is what made them where they are now. Not fucking late night TV show hosts. Not the news, not any of that. Actual fucking people who have used their site since 2005. And yet somehow YouTube wants to tarnish that. Was once a beloved site has become the most hated site. And there'll possibly be no fucking coming back from it. Because the more and more this happens, the more and more they're driving the people away. And as a company, the last thing you should ever do is drive your consumers away. Content creators deserve more. They deserve better than this. They really do. And I wish people talked more about this issue. Because it needs to be addressed. It needs to have more awareness than what it's getting. And I hope that happens sooner rather than later. But anyways, that's all I have to say. That's all I wanted to get off of my chest. But until then, I'll see you guys next time.